What's up guys, Bionic here again with another gameplay video. This one is going to be the level 20 dungeon of the Dragon's Lair on auto as a free-to-play player. Like the other gameplay videos, I will show the builds of the 5 champions while the game plays in the background. After that, I'm going to comment the boss fight a little bit and provide a few tips, and finally I will let the run finish. So let's jump right into the builds, and yes, I am going to reuse some of the previous recordings. In the first slot we have none other than Crimson Helm. I've had her since day one. She has been fantastic and she continues to be one of my most valuable champions. Her gear has changed a little bit since the last videos, but she is still using a 4-piece lifesteal set and 2-piece speed set. Very high defense as well as high accuracy. All her skills are leveled and these are her masteries. War Master being the most important because I use her against the clan boss. Moving on to Apothecary. This is another valuable champion. I actually got him very late in the game, and the reason I bring him along is mainly for the speed increase and the single target heal. So in order to maximize his efficiency, I have him in 3 speed sets. You can see that he has very high HP, high defense, and even more importantly, high speed. As for his skills, they have also all been maxed with skill tomes. And finally for his masteries, these are the ones I chose, Giant Slayer obviously being the most important because I do use him against the clan boss. Then we've got the 2 stars of the team, Cold Heart, and I brought them for obvious reasons, the main one being her A3. And as you will see, their gear is very similar in the sense that I wanted them to have very similar stats. So I just shuffled gear around until I had a decent amount of attack, some high crit rate, high crit damage, and decent amount of speed as well. As for their skills, they have all been maxed out some time ago with skill tomes. And finally, their masteries are also very similar, Helm Smasher being the tier 6. And now finally, the last piece of the puzzle is Bellower. If you guys have watched my last progress video, then you will know that I've recently changed his build. And the reason for this is because I saw this on another YouTuber's channel where Bellower in a stun set is actually very useful. And in order to add to his survivability, I decided to add a 2-piece immortal set. His skills have also all been maxed out with skill tomes, and as for his masteries, these are the ones I chose, with Fearsome Presence being the tier 6 and most important because it adds an extra 5% chance for the stun effect to proc. Alright, and now as we approach the boss fight, I do want to take the time to mention that the success rate of this team with this gear is only about 40 or 50%. And the main reason for that is, well, because the Cold Hearts are very squishy. So it really just depends on if I'm going to get enough crit or enough damage to clear the waves and for both of the Cold Hearts to make it to the end fight. And even when that happens, it's not necessarily a guaranteed win because again, because they are so squishy, they might end up dying against the boss, which usually happens when they don't do their A3 during the boss's hidden skill. Also, I do want to mention that even though in my last gameplay video I talked about using Giant Slayer or War Master or the poison debuffs as a way to deal damage on the boss, it does also apply here. However, I was able to make it work with just using the Cold Hearts A3s instead as the main source of damage. And this also means that my runs will be a lot quicker, about 5 or 6 minutes. Which is perfect for the current status of my account because I do intend to farm the Dragon's Lair first. Although at 40% success rate, I will most likely be doing this stage 18 because I have a 95% success rate. Okay, and now the boss fight. At this point, Bellower is somewhat useless. Apothecary is mainly there for the speed increase, Crimson Helm for the added defense, and then the damage will come mostly from the 2 Cold Hearts. The team can endure a couple hits from the boss, but it really is all about going in and doing as much damage as quickly as possible before they start dying. So the main tips that I can give you guys in regards to this fight is that your champions don't necessarily need to have level 16 gear, you just need to find the right combination that will give you enough survivability, enough damage, and enough crowd control. This is especially true for a free-to-play player like myself. In other words, overkill is just not necessary. So that's it, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to check the description to see how you can support my channel. Later, guys.